Assalamu alaikum habibati, and welcome to another Arab Man Reacts. Berywam and MB14 crew beatbox world champions from the World Beatbox Camp. There's a camp where the beatboxers of the world join up. This was back in 2018. I think I said this in a previous video, but I used to beatbox a lot when I was a kid. In fact, I was convinced that that's what I was going to be when I grew up. My dream quickly vanished. And for the longest time, I stopped listening to beatboxing. Actually, I pretty much stopped listening to beatboxing from that time, from when I was like 17 and all the way throughout until a few months ago when I started listening to MB14 and Berywam. With that in mind, considering that I'm one of the OGs of beatboxing, no, I'm not. Pretty please liking this video means so much. It does so much for the channel. If you want to support us some more, you can subscribe and leave a comment. And if you want to join us over on Patreon, do that, because it's just an amazing community being built there, and you pretty much get to decide where this channel is headed. This video is because of Patreon. So there's this, the fact that there's more than one person clicked together doing this thing, and that's the thing I was appreciating the last time I did a video like this, is that how do you get to writing the stuff, you know? And there's definitely some kind of annotation technique that they're using, whether it's something they learn and do or they create their own is a whole different thing. But the idea is that you come to a place like this where it's a camp and you start learning all these techniques and picking up, but there's just this one thing where beatboxers used to be, I'm a beatboxer, I'm one person, that's all you do. And you have to basically take care of the entire structure of the thing. You have to keep time, you have to play the kick and the bass, you have to, the kick and the snare, you have to embellish, add all the added value towards the thing, plus you have to do like little melodies. And so it was very inaccessible for the common person to get involved in this. And so I think what's happened and how this thing has evolved is that you've had these individuals that have become absolutely phenomenal at what they do, because they've mastered all the 5, 6 different things that you need to do and become as a beatboxer. But then they formed a group. And the aha moment from this is that I'm amazing at all of these things. He's a little bit more amazing at that. She's a little bit more amazing at that. But when we're together, I can focus on doing my one thing. And every other person can focus on doing that one thing. And then when they start playing, it sounds so freaking awesome. And I don't know if you guys have seen those AI videos, but it's basically now they're creating virtual instruments where, based on how you're beatboxing and making sounds, it will actually translate that into real-life instruments. But that it requires you fundamentally to be really good, sounding really good as a beatboxer. And one additionally added factoid, I don't know if you know this, but Michael Jackson, this is how he wrote all of his music, maybe. It's literally that. He would be in the studio, he'd beatbox the little parts, he'd do all those little things. That's how he constructed his songs in his studio. He'd just have the producer there and instrumentalists, and they put it together. So just keep all of that in mind. Like, these people are beyond good, is my point. They're freaking amazing in what they do. Nothing short of being virtuosos in their thing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow.
My G, throw your triggers up. I didn't hit my hand on the biggest dance. Obama, I'm looking with the spit the blur. This is for my niggas start hopping the ghetto pop in the middle where they put the flop and they give you the quick to buck. Yo, kick, snare, the algorithm's quite simple. Crack a joint, the point is to feel the taste of that sample. That's a hammer, not a fork. My alter ego ancient, so you don't know me. Well, let me introduce you to my barrel. Amino, so, dorime, dorime. Oh, pensare, dorime. Amino, so, dorime, dorime.
You know?
Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao, boys. And what? Now they go and continue their day. You know, they go out.
Berywam. J'ai pas parlé dans le micro, c'est bon?
They go have pizza after this, you know?
Yo, it's Berywam. We are the new world champion in team.
Ah, the world champions.
So
Okay,
this is
okay. Now I get
for
it.
Maddox, Pepuni, the World Beatbox Camp, Sinjo, Ritmine, MB14, Beastie, Witness,
and Swiss
wow.
Beatbox. Donny. All the community beatbox. And all the world.
Oh, in another world, they're just video gamers, you know? They're esports champions. They've got the same, that same vibe about them that, you know, the esports crews have. There's a required intelligence to do this kind of thing. There really, really is. Because the rule book isn't there. It's not like you have, you know, 500 years of playing guitar and all the learnings from that being passed on from generation and tutor to student. You've literally got young kids now writing the rule book for the kids 50 years down the line to start using, you know? It's still not big enough. Beatbox still isn't big enough, you know? And it got popular, what, in the 90s, I think? Mid-90s, it started to pop up with, what was his name? Razil. And the guy that, if you want that guy. And then it just stayed there. He became king of the whole thing, and then it just started to evolve and evolve, I guess. But it's very quiet. It's a very quiet scene. Not enough people are interested in it. So it's cool to see this kind of thing because it starts to grow. And that's the cool part, I think, about future generations is they have that. Because of internet, because of social media, you find your people out there. You find your communities, and you connect, and you realize that, you know what? Maybe me, you know, and 3 other people in Beirut isn't enough to get the scene going, and so nothing's going to come out of it. But 3 in Beirut, and then 5 people in Dubai, and then, you know, 10 people in London, and then 100 people in there. You get to look at it, you're like, okay, you know what? There's 1,000 of us. Let's just throw an event somewhere and all show up, you know, and we fly in and do it. And then the next year after that, there's 10,000 of us, and then there's 1,000,000 of us, but we're flying in from every corner in the world. And I think that's what... I don't think we've even come close to peaking when it comes to beatboxing. Like, there's so much more that's going to happen. Obviously, MB14, Berywam, but MB14 specifically is just, in general, a musical genius. everything he does is phenomenal, and I've seen so much of his solo performing, that it just overwhelms you how good this individual is. So it's interesting to see that years down the line, we're going to hear about this. And what I probably feel is going to happen is he's going to go the producer route. He's going to become a huge producer for artists and bands. And I think that the story is going to say, you know, that he started. The narrative is going to be he started in beatboxing, and that's going to create a new surge of people getting into music through beatboxing. He's going to inspire a generation, him and people like him, obviously. All right, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I will catch you on the next one. بحبكن كتير. Please like this video. It helps us out so much. And if you want to help us out some more, you can always subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. And if you want to help us out some more, you can always support us over on Patreon. You get to decide where this channel is headed. I love you. بحبكن كتير. I'll catch you on the next one. Salamat.